The hearings were so fun yesterday.
Yeah, this is what happens when you are human right-wing talking point that stays in your bubble on Fox News, and you think, that the lies you peddle on Fox are just, no one else is going to go, no, that's not how it wasn't that long ago.
No.
Okay. I need some more. Now it's like crack. I need some more. Oh, the bitch slapping of Jim Jordan. Oh, and then Matt Gaetz doing Chinese talking points. Oh my God! They're either doing like Putin talking points for Russia, or they're doing
literally Chinese propaganda.
Literally. Yeah, where is this? 21. Matt Gaetz raping McForehead.
Dr. Call, do we have DOD personnel in Ukraine now?
We do. We have a couple dozen at the embassy.
Other than the embassy, any other personnel?
Nope.
How about CIA? Are they training folks in Ukraine?
Not going to talk about that in an unclassified setting. Happy to talk about that further in the classified briefing.
Is the Azov battalion getting access to U.S. weapons?
Not that I'm aware of, but if you have information,
I seek unanimous consent to enter into the record the Global Times investigative report that talks about training. It's from the Atlantic Council's Digital Forensics Research Lab, citing that the Azov battalion was even getting stuff as far back as 2018.
Without objection, so ordered.
Okay, and then there was this.
The witness.
Any reason to disagree with that assessment, Dr.
Is this is this the Global Times from China?
No, this is,
That's what you read.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, would that be a reason?
As a general matter, I don't take Beijing's propaganda.
Well, no. Yeah, but just tell me if the allegation is true or false. I mean,
I don't have any evidence one way or the other. As a general matter, I don't take Beijing's propaganda at face value.
Fair enough. I would agree with that assessment.
Exploding comedy
He's
cigar.
Not very smart.
I don't. Don't you love how smart he thinks he is?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Well, you know what? I read that. Wait.
I happen to have this fact right here from Chinese propaganda. It was given to me by my staffer.
He didn't know that it was Chinese propaganda.
Staffer?
Oh my God.
Someone got fired.
Oh my God.
Someone got fired.
Oh my God. And then Eric Swalwell, another thing of beauty. He bitch slapped not only Matt Gaetz over bringing, I don't know, someone he met at a gun club.
Yeah.
I think killed someone in their family as his guest. So there was that, and then the fentanyl. Oh my God, he had to take. Marjorie.
God,
yeah.
Marjorie Taylor Greene just got.
All right, so let's start with 15. Can I just say for the life of me, and Bob Seska talks about this all the time as well, who we'll talk to in just a few minutes. Why do they think Biden seizing more fentanyl at the border than any president ever is a bad? I don't understand. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? I'm confused. How is that a bad thing?
This whole thing, and also Marjorie Taylor Greene, I didn't clip it, but she also had a witness there.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Who was going nuts about her son dying from fentanyl poisoning.
Yes.
And she's like, and he was in and out of rehab, and it's like, lady, your son had a problem.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And that's the reason he died from fentanyl poisoning.
Right.
Not because of
yes.
drug cartel coyotes bringing it across the border.
Here she is, mayor of Crazy Town.
Since the Biden administration has taken over, there has been a direct result in the number of deaths in this country from fentanyl. I want you to know that in 2020, there were 4.8 thousand pounds of fentanyl seized by CBP. But in 2021, fiscal year 2021, it increased to 11.2 thousand pounds of fentanyl was seized by the CBP. That is a direct result of Biden administration failure policies.
So seizing more rather than she's
in
not
the
good with math.
year.
Isn't she the one that said 6 billion people are coming across our southern border?
She did
because
say
there's
that at
only
one
8
point.
billion in the entire world.
Right.
But anyway, she had a math fail yesterday as well.
Numbers are not her strong suit.
And also words. It's not physical year. It's fiscal.
By the way,
year.
that squeaky sound you hear, that's what it would sound like if a dog chewed on Marjorie Taylor Greene's brain.
Or her foot.
Okay.
Her foot looks like a chicken foot.
Please, go on.
The Biden administration is failing this country by not protecting our border and securing our border and stopping Chinese fentanyl from being brought into our country illegally by the cartels, and people are dying every single day because of it. Fentanyl deaths have doubled between 2 years, from April 2019 to April 2021. Those are the statistics we have.
That's the squeaky sound when her brain's trying to do math.
Can I
She's
point out something she said there?
Yes.
When she said that the number doubled in those years?
Yeah.
April 2021, Biden had only been in office for 4 months.
Right.
The rest of that was all under The former guy.
Let's see. Oh, right, the orange guy. Okay.
The former guy.
Here comes Alpha Liberal Eric Swalwell.
I believe that the biggest culprit here, and I think the Republican colleagues of mine agree, is really going after China. I think China has blood on its hands. I don't think President Biden has blood on his hands. I think China has blood on its hands for the fentanyl crisis because, as a number of people have said, overwhelmingly these fentanyl is coming through points of entry, and overwhelmingly it's U.S. citizens. And the fentanyl, we know, is coming from over in China. And I think internationally we should all work to apply more pressure on China to account for what it's doing.
Maybe Marge should ask Matt Gaetz what the Chinese talking point is on this. Maybe
She could borrow his copy
yeah,
of the
just find out what the
Times.
Chinese propaganda is, and then just repeat that.
Yeah.
Okay, and one last one, Alpha
Ms.
Liberal.
Greene is just divorced from reality when she wants to use the fentanyl seizures as a way to beat up on the president. Because, Sheriff Lamb, you said earlier today that you are literally saving the country with the number of people that you have saved with those seizures. And where I come from, and when my brothers make a big seizure that get guns and drugs off the streets, we don't use that to make a political point. We use that to give an attaboy, to the police officers for what they did. And so I'm going to give y'all an attaboy for what you've done, and thank you, because you've taken a lot of fentanyl off the streets,
Yes.
and you've made us a lot safer because you've done it.
I'm sure that's what Marjorie Taylor Greene meant in that she's very pro-police, isn't she?
Yeah, oh.
Yes.
The proiest.
I think this is a good soundtrack for whenever Marjorie Taylor Greene is thinking.
That's what's in her thought bubble
Trying to
at
do
all
a math,
times.
like a
What is
math
that?
problem.
I think it's a seahorse.
Yeah, here.
It's a seahorse?
I think it's a squeaky seahorse.
It's a squeaky seahorse. It's Marjorie Taylor Greene's. She agrees with Barbie that math is hard. Okay. Hey. Breaking news this morning.
Yeah.
Well, look at that. Mr. Whiny McWinerson from Winetown. Isn't he always the FBI? What have we always said? The FBI has always been Team Trump.
Yeah.
Did they try to spin somehow that it was anti-Trump, starting from the New York FBI and McGonigal and all of this stuff? They were always... okay. Oh, no. Marjorie Taylor Greene must have a particularly hard math problem. She's just chewing over what Eric Swalwell said. Okay, here it is, Carol Leonnig in the Washington Post. Bella's Mike posted it first. Well, what a surprise. The DOJ wanted to search Trump's Florida property for classified documents, but the FBI resisted. FBI agents wanted to protect Trump, not our national security. Looks like some in the FBI need to go. I'll say... From Carol Leonard, she tweets, exclusive raid on Trump's home was a result of a bitter tug of war within the DOJ. Prosecutors pushed for it, fearing Trump had concealed classified records. The FBI agents resisted it, fearing a misstep with the ex-president. Previously unreported clashes and scenes in the national security probe, quoting Carol Leonnig in the Post. Yep. Some FBI agents wanted to close the criminal case in June after Trump lawyers claimed they handed over all the documents. Talk about benefit of the doubt for a lifelong crook, right?
Yeah.
And liar. If they did, the government might not have found 100-plus classified records that Trump still had. In a heated showdown about a week before the search, the head of the FBI's Washington field office insisted he didn't want to do a surprise search with a warrant, stressing they should ask Trump's permission to visit his property instead. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
I mean, what more evidence do you need? That and this is the other bitch slapping of Jim Jordan, talking about this stupid weaponization of the DOJ.
Oh, my God.
Are you kidding me? It was exclusively weaponized to protect Trump and his criminal cronies and to go after his enemies.
Yeah.
One more. Give me just one taste of Steve Cohen, also on Alpha Liberal Day. Also, it's Alpha Liberal Day on the show.
Yeah.
Bob Seska, Malcolm Nance, and Carlos Alzraki. Man Meat Wednesday and Alpha Liberal Day. Here's Steve Cohen.
Mr. Chair, if you would yield for a minute, this section, I've been concerned about the weaponization of the federal government's program. And, I think it's pretty clear that the federal government Justice Department was weaponized during the previous administration. Michael Cohen went to jail for doing what Donald Trump asked him to do. Donald Trump was called Individual One. He didn't go to jail.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve Cohen. And we have more of that juiciness, including Representative Jackass McNojacket.
Oh, it's that.
Did he turn even more like E.T. dying in the creek gray as, he was battered with facts?
His heart was his heart light was not shining.
No.
Let's just say his heart light was not.
Ouch.
No one turned on his heart light.
It was ouch.
Ouch.
I'll be
right here.
Dying.
And then he got on his bike and rode past the moon.
Yeah.
19 minutes after. I enjoy us.
And he,
19
and
minutes.
he hugged Elliot and, went up in his ship and
Elliot.
Yeah, made a rainbow.
Elliot. Isn't there someone? Isn't there Representative Elliot Engel? Is he still there?
I don't.
Is there a
know
chance
if he
Jim
is or
Jordan
not.
will have to say
Think
Elliot?
so.
Elliot. Ouch. Okay, 19 minutes after the hour. You know what? I'm at this point, I'm just doing this little show for me. This is just a little king of comedy. I don't even know if anyone's listening. I'm enjoying myself.
Can I get a cutout and not come in anymore?
Elliot Engel is no longer in the house.
Oh, darn it. There's nobody named Elliot in the house?
I don't know.
Damn it.
Hi, I'm Chef Shanti, and today in the Organic Kitchen, I'm going to be showing you how to make my favorite breakfast burrito.